Greetings, welcome back to another series, a limited series I guess we'll call it. The year is 2020. The best F1 game to date as of 2024 has been released. COVID wrecked half of the F1 season in real life, and Haas, poor Haas, were coming out of one of their worst seasons to date in 2019. Poor Gunther, King Gunther himself, just couldn't get the team to gel well together in 2020, and things also went a bit,
Fuck.
Yeah. In anticipation for F1 25 being released in a few weeks, I thought it'd be fun to give King Gunther something more. Something better. Maybe. It's been a pretty long time since I last played the F1 games. We're going to go in and rewrite history. We're going to save Grosjean's hands. We're seeing if what Haas really needed was some Wang. We're starting a 2020 season, but it's going to be very stripped down. It's going to be 25% races, and there are 10 races this season because 2025 comes out quite soon, and I'm not made of time anymore, unfortunately. So we're going to be doing the Sakhir Grand Prix, Hanoi, Zandvoort, Barcelona, Monte Carlo, Silverstone, Spa, Monza, Suzuka, and then Yas Island. And we are, of course, the Hong Kongian himself, Johnson Wang, with Kevin Magnussen as our teammate. We'll take Grosjean out of this. It never happened. But first, before we jump into the Bahrain Grand Prix, which I think is first, let's check our R&D tree, shall we? Because looking at the stats, it looks like Alfa Romeo is probably going to be our main competitor, but I want to see if we can beat AlphaTauri in the Constructors. The stretch goal for this will be to beat the McLaren F1 team in the Constructors, but I'm not sure how possible that's going to be in the Haas. And also with this dude driving. Looking at it, our chassis is terrible. Our downforce, our aerodynamics is pretty terrible. We're quite durable, and we're kind of middling for the engine power. So I think straight away, I think we're going to need to develop some weight reduction and probably go in and let's improve the halo. 30% failure chance on both. Well, for now then, I guess I'll do the practice sessions not recorded because they're going to be really boring to watch, I imagine. But let's head into the race weekend, and I'll see you back here for the race. We've qualified P13 in our debut race, in Johnson Wang's debut race. 3 spaces ahead of Kevin Magnussen, and of course ahead of both of the AlphaTauri drivers. So 14 laps should do us, I think, for this series. Do a nice short one.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36
It is boiling in this room.
15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix.
Try not to get too racy in this race either, because we need to look after the car. We need to look after the parts if we're going to make it to the end.
The fight for the World Championship.
It's a marathon. It's a full season, right? Not just an individual race.
For a 7th consecutive title, they'll have Ferrari and Red Bull to contend with along the way. Williams struggled to find their feet last year. They'll be hoping for a stronger start this time around. And what I wonder of the Renault-powered cars. Will they be able to step forward, maybe even onto the podium on a regular basis? Plenty to discuss then with Anthony Davidson. He's out of hibernation too, and alongside me in the commentary box once again.
It's good to be back, Crofty. Let's hope for some good racing today. We can't know at this point how competitive these teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody is able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Norris, Leclerc, Perez, Ricciardo, and Carlos Sainz. Ocon, Stroll, Wang, and Gasly, Kvyat, Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Russell, and Nicholas.
So we just need to remember, we need to remember the plan. Remember the goal. The goal is to get ahead of AlphaTauri and stay ahead of Magnussen. That's the goal. What's our race strategy? 2 stops, softs then mediums. What's my personalised? Personalised is to stay out a bit longer. I think we're going to go for the undercut, lads. Let's get to it. 14 laps of Bahrain. This car is slow. This car does not have a lot of pace. So we're going to be needing to defend quite heavily, I think. But if I can get in the points, I'm in the points. If I can stay in the points, I'll be very happy. You're not taking it, Ricardo. Ferrari's pulling away, though. Make some liberal use of my overtake.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Top 10, let's stay there. If I get a top 10 finish, I'll raise the difficulty each time.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Big lock up from Leclerc.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Brings you up a place.
They're going much better than expected. Car feels pretty good, actually.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, copy that.
Stick to the plan. That might come back to bite me, but we'll stick to the plan. Choose up some of this energy. Got a good run on Perez. Well, I thought I had a good run on Perez. I've definitely got more straight line speed. He's in me.
You want to pit this lap, so push now.
I need a good in lap. Let's go.
Okay, clear.
Just lost the car then. It went a bit loose.
Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They're retiring from the race. Safety car, safety car.
What happened? Safety car.
Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Understood, copy that. Slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Everyone else is pitting, so I might as well pit. Make it a good one, Haas. They did not.
You'll be racing on the exit.
They gained me a position, right? No.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Not sure why the strategy changed. It makes sense to pit under the safety car. Safety car hasn't done me many favours, to be fair. It's allowed all of the people behind to bunch back up. I do love how this game has safety cars, though. It's something I wish iRacing and Le Mans Ultimate, etc. would implement. It'd be terrible online. There'd be a safety car every 13 seconds, but... can make up some places and win this thing, imagine. Another lap. To burn off some of this energy as well, keeping it at 100%. Absolutely kills the durability of the battery. In this lap, let's get set up. Back to standard energy map. Standard engine map. ERS on.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Claire fancies it.
We're a +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Side by side with Leclerc. He got it. Wasn't the greatest restart for me. It's alright, we can get him back. Throttle too. They worked pretty hard to get this back, I think. Only 3 more laps to go. I need to get him.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
That was a bit naughty of me, but don't have the straight line speed on him.
Be advised moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2. At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Or never, I think.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Brake check me, Leclerc. That was not very sportsmanlike. That's it. I'm out of juice. No ERS, no overtake, no anything. Still. Points on my first race. Get in.
This is your final lap of the race.
Provided I don't screw this up, but... just used all that my car has to try and get that overtake into this final lap. Hope I don't regret that now with Ocon head on my heels. It's on my first race. Get in.
Take care of the car on the way in.
Gunther would be proud. Driver of the day. Get in. When did I start taking this so seriously?
That's it for another
Oh.
Grand Prix here in Bahrain.
It is really hot in this room.
Champions drive to take the win.
I am sweating now.
Talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team. Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. Max Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Wang. They demonstrated a
Wang.
very delicate touch and close proximity to other cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
Let's move
I
on
did.
to the constructors.
I did. Very
Mercedes
patient.
move to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another
Where did
motorsport.
Magnussen come?
But with more races lined up, be sure to join
15th.
us when we come back with more Formula One.
I was about a second off his pace, so... I mean, that does mean the difficulty needs to go up again. We won't destroy the immersion. Wang did very well. His inaugural race, very successful. But we do need to put the difficulty up, because that was quite easy. I don't think we should be challenging Ferrari in the Haas. We really should be really fighting to get ahead of Renault, I think. So, but that said, if we check the standings in the constructors, Haas with 2 points. Are you happy, Gunther? Daddy Gunther, are you proud of us? Oh, already beating AlphaTauri, which means McLaren maybe. We may actually be able to beat McLaren this season. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's still 9 more races to go. Let's head back to headquarters and see what's going on.
An exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Let's have my
You gained a lot of
perspective.
positions during the race, didn't you?
I did. Sticking to the track. Was nimble and light. The chassis department will notice that.
You
It was a
really look
total
good
lie,
car out there. Your team
but they'll
must be
notice
thrilled.
that. Couldn't do this if I had a great team behind me. We'll be humble. Johnson Wang is a humble boy.
Race today, was it?
Yeah, these things happen. It's fine. Most of the mistakes were mine.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you for my interview. Driver Acclaim 2. No rivalries yet set up. What R&D do we need?
If it were me, this is probably what I'd invest in.
Yeah, same, to be honest. Probably same. Let's do it. The downforce on the car isn't amazing. In terms of power... Oh, in terms of power, we are actually up there with Ferrari, so... It's really our chassis that's letting us down. But if this goes off... If this goes off, we will overtake Alfa Romeo, so... That's it for now. 25% on our ICE. Yeah. See, we've only got like 3 of these. And we've got 9 races to go, and we've already used 25% of our first one, so we need to be careful with that too. Tend not to go too overboard with the min-maxing of this stuff though. When do we get a new gearbox? Six consecutive race weekends before being refitted. Let's advance time. Our durability upgrade is going to work. Yes. What does that give us? Nothing. I'm an idiot. Wait, when do we get this? We're not even going to have this for... We'll have this for the Dutch Grand Prix? Will we have this for the Vietnam Grand Prix? I sure hope so. We need that weight reduction. Don't. Okay. Everyone's morale is poor. Why is your morale poor? Praised you up. So we'll have that for the Dutch Grand Prix, which will be useful for that too. Should we update our powertrain, or should we go for a bit more downforce? Let's go for a bit more downforce. Fire chance is rising. Well, that'll be it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Next time we're going to be over in Vietnam at the Hanoi circuit, which is easily one of the worst circuits on the calendar. I don't know why I added it to. I don't know why I added it to the season. Can't have all my best tracks though. It'd be boring, wouldn't it? No messages from Gunther. Ungrateful shit. Well, I guess I'll see you next time. Ta-ra for now.